Yo, what is up folks, MTG here, and Pioneer Masters has finally brought Retraction Helix to MTG Arena. Enabler of a few different combo decks. Here we're going to take a look at it in Jeskai Ascendancy combo. Disclosure, this deck will be really hard to play. I'll probably punt with it a couple of times, we'll see how that goes. But the actual combo itself, Emery Lurker of the Lock, let's start with the namesake card, Jeskai Ascendancy. If you're not familiar, blue, red, white for an enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Those creatures untap. Additionally, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So every time you cast a non-creature spell, you get to make your creatures bigger and untap them, and also loot. Really powerful, as we're about to find out. So Emery Lurker of the Lock, so you recast artifacts from your graveyard by tapping. When you cast a 0-mana artifact, which you can do so for free because it costs 0 mana, by activating Emery, you trigger Jeskai Ascendancy, the Emery gets bigger, you get to untap the Emery. Nice. If that artifact then ends up in the graveyard again, for example, sacrificing Tormod's Crypt, or Legend Ruling Mox Amber, you can do this to make infinite mana, because you can recast it with the Emery, once again untap it with the Jeskai Ascendancy. It gets bigger, sack the Tormod's Crypt. You see where this is going, rinse, repeat. With Emery, you need 2 Mox Ambers to make infinite mana. Still pretty solid. Outside of the kind of Emery side of the combo, though, Retraction Helix adds another level. Instant, for a blue, until end of turn, target creature gains tap, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. We have some other targets for this. We have like Saheeli here, which is actually one of the things we can do to kind of like win the game and combo with. But Phalange Archaeologist kind of slices and dices and does everything here. It finds your combo pieces. When it enters, mill 3 cards, put a non-creature, non-land card from mill cards into your hand, if you don't get as a counter. But then later on, you cast Retraction Helix on it, and all of a sudden, if you have Jeskai Ascendancy in play, you can bounce and replay Tormod's Crypt, Mox Amber, and go infinite again. Tap to bounce the Mox Amber, play the Mox Amber, untap this with the Jeskai Ascendancy. You get to loot through your deck, it gets bigger, and hey, if you have these in play and your opponent doesn't have any blockers, and you're doing this, you can just win the game straight away, make these infinitely big, attack. Nice. Saheeli, which you can draw to and loot to through a deck with Jeskai Ascendancy, will make infinite 1/1 servo artifact creature tokens. Also pretty good. A bit slower in terms of winning. Additionally to these, the nice thing about this deck is you can play mana lands like Restless Spire, which animates for just a blue and a red, and then you get to tap this for mana, and if you've got Jeskai Ascendancy in play, and say you cast like Consider off of it, you get to untap it, give it +1/+1. You see where this is going. So there's a few different ways to kind of like combo, basically make a creature instantly big and attack, or make infinite tokens. The rest of the deck's kind of built around either like things that combo with that, finding the pieces for the combo, or kind of surviving. In terms of survival stuff, we've got 4 copies of Portable Hole, which is nice because it's an artifact for Emery as well, and 1 copy of Torch Tower as like our other removal spell. And then we also have some Spell Piercers here to interact with our opponent, or alternatively stop our opponent from interacting with us. All pretty good. In terms of finding the combo, obviously Archaeologist here looks at the top 3. Emery itself will find the artifact pieces to kind of go off with, but not Ascendancy, unfortunately. We do have 4 Considers, which obviously also trigger Jeskai Ascendancy later on in the game. And then also 3 copies of a Mistress Research Desk, which is a bit more of a niche one. 1 mana artifact, and then 1 to tap it, sacrifice it, exile top 2 cards of your library, choose 1 until the end of your next turn, you can play it, but then also unearth for 1 and a red. If you unearth it, neat, but if you don't, you can always get it back with Emery, kind of get some value out of it that way too. That'll help you find your different combo pieces. All of that, plus Treasure Cruise, which you've got 3 copies of here. Jeskai Ascendancy lets you loot through your deck. There's a bunch of cards in your graveyard you don't need, you can exile them away. Earlier on in the game, you're like, hey, I'm going to try and like consider through my library, and eventually cruise away to try and help you find the last pieces you need. But it's also great when you're going off. And yeah, awesome. That's the deck. That's the combo. It's super sweet. Not necessarily like a tier 1 deck in Pioneer, but kind of in that 1.5 slot, where it is a very strong deck. There are other things you can do with Retraction Helix as well. Rona combo, I'm sure I'll play at some point over the next few weeks or months. Let me know if you want to see some of that stuff. But just a really nice compact combo deck that does something a little bit different and still very powerful. The mana base, I mentioned the 4 Restless Spire, which are really important because you can animate them and then use them with the Ascendancy. The rest of it's fairly standard. I'll have the deck list in the description, but Hallowed Fountains, Steam Vents, and then like a pile of fast lands and pathways to kind of like get you your mana on time. Obviously casting Jeskai Ascendancy can be a little bit tricky, but hey, there it is. I'll be taking this through some best of 1 ranked matches today. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, would really appreciate it. All the algorithm stuff, like, share, well, it helps around a ton. And with Pioneer Masters out, let me know what you would like to see next in the comments as well. But hey, let's get into some games. So, Jeskai Ascendancy combo. Surely nothing will go wrong here. Double portable hull, retraction helix, no creature. Opponent is on a Giganta deck, but we have double portable hull, which is kind of nice. Assuming that it is like an aggro deck. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. This is a tricky one. It's like, hey, we have interaction for early stuff. Kinda magic dependent. Lead with the how it found tapped. And we have like our key combo piece. You have double helix. I want to save us some time, so I think I am just going to hold this now. Deny down as much damage as possible. We'll have to deal with it later anyway, so this seems fine. I would like to be able to clear a path to cast Jeskai Ascendancy and not feel too bad about it this coming turn. Oh, my hands are cold. Alright, Archaeologist is decent, but I don't mind playing that later on. Of these, having an extra white source just because we got portable hole is probably better. So we have double retraction here. White for portable. Yeah, okay. I like that idea. We'll make the sentencing say go. They're on one land actually, so this could be a little interesting. Here we draw here, and then we can obviously see what the Archaeologist hits. Okay, so he's good. This will be something that comes in. We don't want to lose it. We could decline this and make it a 1/4. I think I'm fine taking Spell Pierce. I'm just gonna portable hole. We have to trigger here. We'll take action. I don't think this Spell Pierce is gonna be good. Okay, this is a 0-mana artifact. I'm just gonna copy Retraction Helix. We're just gonna hold the Swiftspear. I'm not gonna cast the Crypt yet. Okay. Let's try to make sure I've not forgotten something here. Let's go ahead and Helix target this. We'll take action here. I'll discard the Consider. I'm going to use this to bounce the Swiftspear. I'm going to cast the Thomas Crypt. I'll just decline this. We're going to do this 20 times. I probably did mulligan. Well, actually, I don't think we did mulligan. Cancel. Okay, that's how we lose. By the way, you know, I was saying that I'll misclick and misplay somehow. I'll just click the wrong thing at some point. I'll try and like use Tormod's Crypt to target the Flagy Archaeologist instead of the other way around, and all of a sudden we die. But our opponent would hopefully concede at this point, but they're not, so that's fine. At this point in paper, you'd be able to demonstrate a loop and do this 20 times. And we sit here. Now, eventually, we'll run out of time to take actions. Again, don't misclick. Decline. Yeah, drawing into the Archaeologist kind of naturally into the combo. We take those. 16, 17. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. They decided to hold priority. Love that for me. Good times. Make sure I'm not bugging out. Okay, cool. I was like, I'm not crashing, am I? Brilliant. Well, that was good. Sorry about that. Alright, this is a bit of a weird hand. It's a 1-land. I was going to put it back, but like, if we had an Emery, like, if you had an Emery, this wouldn't be keepable. Maybe this is a blue land. Anyway, we're on the play. We do have an Emery. We'll keep this. I'll put a portable hole back, just like we don't. If we saw like a Gigantha or a companion, we maybe want to keep it. But I think this is a reasonable place to begin with. We'll go ahead and do this. We can't turn 1 the Emery, so we'll just not reveal the Mox Amber either. We might get Thoughtseize here, but I mean they're gonna take the Emery regardless. So it doesn't really make a difference. If we had the opportunity to turn 1 it, I think we'd go for it. Ooh, catch your time with my companions. Interesting. Could be a couple of different things. Could mean a couple of different things. For now, we go Emery for 1. Let's just go Archaeologist for 2. We do still need a red source, which is tricky. I think at this point, I take Treasure Cruise. Pretty nice start. Again, if we had a red land or Ascendancy, would be in like off to the races. As is, we'll see. We have the research desk that could find us a land. Okay, that's found us a land. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cards on our graveyard. We used to exile these all to cruise, but I don't think that's very. They're down for this. They've kind of passed the stuff here. I think I'll cast this. We'll leave the crypt in our graveyard. We can pay with the Mox Amber here. Still really curious as to what our opponent's up to. Okay, we found a Ascendancy. I'm just not gonna attack. I think given our hand, I'm not gonna cast a crypt either. Doesn't make a huge difference, but yeah. If our opponent has like actual nothing, then we can win the game here. But we'll see how that works out. Oh. Let's shock ourselves here. I want to use like red, white, blue tendency. This is so that we can, in theory, animate the rest of the spire. Triggers. I'll take action here because we don't have a clear win right now. Let's make blue mana. If they have a real spell, they need to use it on the Emery. About now. We don't have a thing to do with this right at the moment. This is fine. Guess this. Take action. We can draw into Retraction Helix here, which is kind of interesting. Do you want to use this now, or do you want to take a... It's kind of free to play these out, to be honest, so... Let's see. I found it. Nice. Now he bounce someone's script and repeat again. Not too bad. Yeah, they're gonna scoop it up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Nice. Alright, 2 pretty quick wins. Pretty nice, pretty nice. No red source here, but we have the Archaeologist, we have a Sahili, we have a Research Desk. Let's try this out. Opponent's on the play. Sacred Foundry. That red found dry. Ooh, Kithian. Yeah. I imagine like red white humans. Or more color humans. I'm gonna go ahead and portable hole it. Yep. No fun to be had here, hopefully. Or fun for me specifically. Okay. I wonder what else they're playing red for. Oh, actually, I wonder what they're playing red for. Okay, Helix. We can make Amory, but we want to find. It's most important that we find Ascendancy. So it's Archaeologist. I don't want to randomly mill through Ascendancy. That'd be kind of rude. I'll take Portable Hulks and get the Moxam back later. We can do that while doing Sahili things, maybe. I think that's alright. So, like, what are we red for? There's some good options, to be fair. I'm sure I just can't think of which would be the most preferred. Or Adeline lets Hallie's talent attack through Archaeologists. I think we do want to block like this just because we know that we have stuff. We can have like a value Retraction Helix turn. That is a thing, kind of. So let's... It's fine for us to play this on white for the portable hole. We don't have an actual answer for Adeline. We can potentially manufacture one with the Retraction Helix if we need to. Like if we need to like end a turn. Oh, there goes an Ascendancy. We can definitely take 1 turn of attacks from it, right? I think so. So I'm gonna play this Research Desk out. This gives us like the opportunity to potentially hit into combo. Cathar, fair. Block one of these, take 5, go to 12. We consider. I think if this is the plan. When you say go. So when we go to combat, we can either choose to go, consider to make a blocker. I'm gonna animate mute a lot. This is not looking so good. This would only be blocking, the token would be blocking here anyway, right? This actually isn't. Oh, we can bounce the Brutal Cathar. Okay, yeah. I'm down for that. The token blocks Adeline. We're at 10. I'm not. This is a little awkward. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'll just hit. This then bounces the Brutal Cathar, which doesn't have ward on this side. This enters, we get to mill again, which isn't necessarily what we want. But then this gets to block here. We're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go to 2. Okay. The tokens are colorless. Emery can get a Research Lamp, can get a Mox Amber. Let's do this first. Okay, interesting. I hadn't considered it. We're on 2 life. Cruise isn't really getting us anywhere, but we can use it to great effect. Do you want to find a red source ascendancy and like live? Those are 3 things. Those things are pretty hard here. So I guess we're gonna go. Five, 6. No, 7. I can find ascendancy, no red source. I still want to see because it could be a tap land. Is the issue. But I definitely want to do it on our turn. Okay. No, don't do that. Alright, we have a bunch of tokens now that can block. And we can make another one with this consider. Case of whether we can live or not. Ah, there, Mox Amber. We still don't know what the red is for. The red might be something that kills us here. I'll be honest with you. Brutal Cathar can resolve. I assume that'll take the Emery away. I mean, you can find a way to get. This will tap for red now. Did I mess this up once we drew the ascendancy? Yeah, we might. So this is the one where, you know, what I said, like, I think I might have punted. This might be it. We can check. We need a bit of finding out here. This lives here. This needs to block 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 here. You take 1. Okay. With Sahelian play, this can tap for red mana. Which it took us a lot to find the Jeskai Ascendancy last time, but we did find it. We have another. I can just illustrate combo, can't I? Oh no, because they have 2 blockers here.
Genius is as genius does.
That's a Healy. Now we have 3 attackers. Make sure I actually do the thing. Oh, this was tricky to navigate. I think we do get there. Yeah, Exos 3 can attack. I'm just trying to, do they want to make us do this like another 50, well, another 11 times? It's fair enough. We're playing some, in theory, degenerate combo deck, even if it's a little sweeter than most. Okay, let's do this now. There we go. Oh, 3 clean wins. Nice. Well, pretty clean. 3 pretty sweet wins. Yeah, I think I missed lethal the time before because I didn't realize, I forgot that we can get red mana off of the Mox Amber with Sahelian play. That is actually super important. Yeah, I knew I missed something. Deck is super sweet. Can be pretty degenerate. You can see some, like, we got to win out of some pretty gruesome situations, which was cool. It's a bit like only 3 matches is a bit shorter, just because I'm trying to record a lot this week. But hey, hope you enjoyed the deck. Deck is super sweet. Would absolutely recommend it. Doesn't require that many like super niche things like the Emery's. I guess like Mox Amber and Emery. Like, okay, Jeskai Ascendancy, but it's not that many in terms of like individual rare cards. Some of the lands maybe, but absolutely recommend this. Definitely check it out. And again, shout out Cherryman X, who did well in a Pioneer Challenge recently with this list. Just where I took it from. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please do like, subscribe, comment, share it around if you know people who enjoy it. All that algorithm stuff helps me out a ton. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.